Army, something felt off, in the best, most unreal way possible. Like, 1 second we were still emotionally wrecked from that final night in El Paso, still replaying every look, every breath, every word from Park Jimin. And then suddenly, boom. The internet explodes. Wait. Jimin at the Met Gala. And you just sit there for a second like, no. No way. That's not real, right? But then the posts keep coming. The screenshots. The blurry airport photos. The whispers. And honestly, can we talk about how fast that energy shifted? Because just days ago, we were watching him on stage, sweat-drenched, glowing under those golden lights in El Paso, completely immersed in the final stretch of the BTS Arirang World Tour, and now suddenly, we're imagining him stepping onto the most iconic red carpet in the world? How does your brain even process that? How does he do that? Because that's the thing about Jimin, he doesn't just move between worlds, he transforms them. And something about this rumor, it didn't feel random. It felt like it was building towards something. But let's rewind for a second. Because this didn't just come out of nowhere. It started small. Quiet. Almost easy to miss. A single post. No caption. Just a grainy photo, someone claiming they spotted a familiar silhouette at an airport lounge. Black mask, oversized hoodie, head slightly down. But the posture? The aura. You know that feeling when you just know it's him, even if you can't fully see his face? Yeah, that. And then another post. Different angle. Different lighting. But the same energy. And suddenly, people start connecting dots. Is he leaving the US already? But wait, the Met Gala is right now. No, no way. And this is where things start to spiral, in the best way. Because once ARMY starts feeling something, it's never just surface-level curiosity. It becomes a wave. A collective heartbeat. And the speculation? Oh, it wasn't just speculation anymore. It was excitement. It was disbelief. It was that tingling feeling in your chest when something feels too big to be real, but also too perfect to ignore. And then, someone drops a name. Not officially. Not confirmed. Just mentioned. Jimin. Linked to a possible last-minute invite. A special guest. And you just stop scrolling. Because now it's not just a rumor. Now it's a moment waiting to happen. But here's the part no one was ready for. It wasn't just about whether he would attend. It was about what it would mean if he did. Because imagine this for a second. Close your eyes, no, seriously, just imagine it. After everything we just witnessed in El Paso, that raw emotion, that vulnerability, that quiet intensity. Now picture him stepping onto those Met Gala stairs. Flashes going off. Cameras screaming his name. The entire fashion world watching. How does someone carry that energy from stage to carpet? How does he shift from a moment so intimate to something so global, so high-profile, so unforgiving? And yet, if anyone could do it, it's him. Because Jimin doesn't just wear clothes. He becomes them. Every look, every detail, every movement, it's never just fashion. It's storytelling. It's emotion. It's art. And that's why this rumor hit so differently. Because suddenly, people weren't just asking if he would go. They were imagining how he would show up. And honestly, that's where things get even more intense. Because whispers started shifting again. From, maybe he's attending, to, what if he's already there? You guys. Do you feel that? That sudden drop in your stomach? Because now the timeline gets blurry. Because while we're still emotionally processing El Paso, while clips are still circulating, while fans are still crying over his final words, there's this possibility that somewhere, behind closed doors, behind velvet ropes, behind flashing cameras, Jimin is preparing for something completely different. And just when you think the night couldn't get more surreal, Another detail surfaces. A stylist. A known name. Someone who's worked with major global icons before. Spotted in New York. Posting cryptic stories. No tags. No explanations. Just a glimpse of fabric. Black. Silk. Structured, but soft. And you already know. You already know the internet is about to lose its mind. Because it's not just about seeing him again. It's about seeing a different version of him. The one who walks slower. Speaks less. But somehow says everything with just a glance. And honestly, can we talk about that duality? Because how does one person hold both of those energies? The Jimin who gives everything on stage, every ounce of emotion, every breath, every movement. And the Jimin who stands still on a red carpet and somehow commands the entire world's attention without even trying? It doesn't make sense. And yet, it does. Because we've seen glimpses of it before. That quiet confidence. That softness layered with something undeniably powerful. And this is where the anticipation becomes unbearable. Because now it's not just what if. It's when. And every second feels longer. Every refresh feels heavier. Every notification makes your heart jump just a little faster. Until something happens. And no, this isn't even the biggest moment yet. But it feels like it. A short clip. Just a few seconds. Someone outside a hotel. A crowd gathered. Phones up. Voices overlapping. And then, a car door opens. And for a split second, you see him. Not clearly. Not fully. But enough. Enough to make your breath catch. Enough to make your heart race. And the crowd reaction? Instant. Explosive. Like they knew before they even saw him. And that's the thing about Jimin. His presence arrives before he does. You feel it. Even in chaos. Even in noise. There's something about him that cuts through everything. And just when you think, okay, this is it, this is confirmation. The clip ends. Of course it does. Because nothing about this night is going to be easy. Nothing is going to be handed to you all at once. Every moment is stretched. Every reveal delayed. And honestly, doesn't that make it even more intense? Because now you're not just watching. You're waiting. You're feeling. You're completely pulled into this moment that's still unfolding in real time. And somewhere in the middle of all this chaos, there's this quiet thought that keeps coming back. That contrast. That shift. From El Paso to New York. From stage lights to camera flashes. From vulnerability to elegance. And yet, somehow, it's still the same person. Still the same heart. Still the same Jimin who stood on that stage just days ago, looking out at thousands of fans like he never wanted the moment to end. And now, he might be stepping into another moment just as unforgettable, but in a completely different way. And just when you think you're ready for it, just when you think you've processed enough, something else starts to build. Because the Met Gala isn't just about showing up. It's about entrance. It's about that one moment. When the doors open. When the lights hit just right. When the entire world stops and looks. And you already know. If Jimin steps into that moment, it won't be normal. It won't be quiet. It won't be forgettable. It will be something more. Something bigger. Something that people will replay over and over again, trying to understand why it felt so powerful. And honestly, are we even ready for that? Are we ready to see him in that light again, so soon after El Paso? Are we ready to feel that shift? Because if there's one thing Jimin does better than anyone, it's this. This ability to take a single moment and turn it into something you carry with you long after it's over. And right now, it feels like we're standing right on the edge of one of those moments. Waiting. Watching. Holding our breath. For whatever happens next.